invite one of you, or maybe all your family members or your friends. Maybe you can invite them all together to come to meditate together, as our life is very fragile and we can be our own life designer, and everything is on our own hands. So today we also very lucky to have Monk Daniel as our teaching monk. So before we start our sessions, let us pay respect to Monk Daniel by bow 3 times. Let's bow. Second bow. And third bow. I'd like to invite Monk Daniel to begin the sessions today.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone on Happy Monday. Welcome to the new week. And almost actually already halfway through October. It's very fast, right? For the Hmong community, they just got out of the rainy retreat about 7 days now. So we all have an extra year as a monk. For me, I'm 11 years now as a monk. So I'd like to share that merit with all of you, that positivity with all of you. And today, as we continue in the theme of October, is many, fun things that happen and special things actually. And if we talk about the 10th, right, was the 138th anniversary of Luang Pu's birthday. Also, it's World Mental Health Day. And now in America, it's almost Halloween, right? I like talking about Halloween just because it's funny when in America, it's like spooky season and monsters and all that stuff, scary. But it's kind of, if you think about it, the real monster isn't like, Freddy or Jason or those characters that we see in the movies, but the real monster is our own mind. When we don't take care of our mind, we allow our mind to control our negativity. We can't control it. That's a monster in itself that is very dangerous, more dangerous than any monster that we can imagine or that we think is in front of us or hiding, waiting to hurt us or do something to us. A lot of times, our own monsters, our own inner demons are more scary. But fortunately for us, we practice meditation. And that's the way to kind of put away the monster in your mind, put away the scary things that we can create within our mind. And it's very important to keep practicing meditation too, because it's a constant, something that you have to maintain constantly is your mind, just like your body, right? We have to eat healthy, we have to exercise, we have to take medicine when we need it, right? To keep your body healthy. And it's a thing that you have to constantly do. You have to eat, right? You have to go to the bathroom. You have to constantly look after your body. There's not one day where you just, today I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to eat the whole day. Tomorrow I'm not going to eat. Tomorrow I'm not going to sleep, right? It's something that you have to just have to do it. When Paul would say, please don't get bored of meditation. It's like you say, I'm bored of eating. I don't want to eat anymore. I just want to stop. It's boring. Oh, sorry. So the same thing is like, I don't want to eat anymore. It's enough. I don't want to chew anymore. I don't want to swallow anymore. It's too much. It's too much effort. So you compare it to meditation, the same thing is like it's food for your mind. It's nourishment for your mind. And you need to do it every day. Make it something that you don't miss. Just like you try not to miss, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You try not to miss going to sleep, even though some days you sleep late, but at least you try to go to sleep, right? You don't intentionally not sleep at all if it's not your emergency or something like that. You always try to find time to look after your body. And unfortunately, for many people in the world, we don't make time to look after our mind. And even though some of us in Mind Stories or some of us who know about meditation, sometimes we even decide that, okay, I'm too busy to meditate, or my day is too busy to meditate. And we really need to put our mindset in a different way and really make meditation one of our top priorities, if not the first one. If you would ask Lum Paul, he would say the first thing you should do is look after your mind before you do anything. But sometimes we forget that as a practitioner of meditation, and especially for those of us who've been practicing so often, you really have the superpower in your hand that you can use to be apart from other people in a special way and have a special power that you can unlock within yourself to not only help yourself, but also help the people around you even more so than normal people who don't know about meditation and don't know how to practice consistently or how to overcome the obstacles that they have in meditation, which for most of us who have been joining constantly, we know, right? We have the tips. But the one tip, or the one, with all the tips I can give or the answers we can give, the one thing I can't help for you is meditate for you. So you have to meditate for yourself and put your technique into practice, and then we can help each other more with the Q&A at the end, right? And also, if you have any questions that you may be lingering in your mind, it's only going to get cleared once you take the time to meditate. So, yes, October, we're halfway through it already, almost towards the end. And keep going, keep meditating, keep your practice, keep your mind healthy, keep it nourished by meditating. Think of it as every time you meditate, you're nourishing your mind. You're giving it nutrients, special kind of vitamin that is you can't buy in the store, unfortunately. You can't buy it anywhere. You can only get it from meditation. But this vitamin for your mind is so powerful, not only for your mind, but also your body. A lot of times, if you put into practice a lot of meditation, you may notice that you look different. You look different and you feel different from the inside out. It's going to reflect onto your face, reflect onto your words, reflect onto your actions from your meditation. So don't forget that, and please continue to meditate more and more. The more you meditate, the more treasure you get for yourself. That's something Lum Paul told us as well. As the monks in the rainy retreat, he said that right now it's like you're in a room filled with treasure. It's up to you how much treasure you're going to pick up. It's inside of you, all the unlimited treasure and true wealth, the true happiness. But how much are you going to pick up for yourself? How often are you going to go to that room and pick it up? You can think about the center of the body as that room inside of you, right? 2 finger widths above the navel, in the middle of your abdomen. That's like the room where the happiness is and true treasure is, and you can go to it anytime, anywhere. And as we say, you can start anywhere, wherever you feel comfortable, wherever you feel relaxed, and then your mind will go to that room automatically. As you calm down, as you relax, as you let go, your mind will go back to that room to rest. And as you rest there, every second that you rest, it's like you're picking up that treasure, picking up that wealth. And you will never meditate and be in depth. You're never going to get negative meditation, in the sense that every time you meditate, you're filling your mind up. You're looking after your mind. But it may be a lot or maybe a little. That's it. But every session is a step in the right direction to help your mind. Even though one day you have a lot of obstacles, that's fine. At least you take the time to declutter your mind a little bit. Whether it's 1 minute, whether it's 10 seconds, whether it's 20 seconds, whether just 1 second is enough to help your mind get better. You may not realize it right away, but as you do it 1 second many times, right, it becomes a minute. 1 minute many times becomes an hour. 1 hour many times, it becomes a day. So it adds up. It adds up. It's better than zero. It's better than I didn't do it at all today. So just to remind you and hopefully keep you on track. I think it's helpful to remind us every time, because even for me, we have tutoring as monks as well in our meditation, and we have our great masters and have our teaching monks that help us to keep our meditation deep as well. And it's very helpful that they come and ask, how's your meditation? How's your meditation? How's your meditation? Because if no one asks you, sometimes you don't pay attention to it. You don't pay attention to your progress, or you don't focus as much as you should. And Paul said that as a human, we have two jobs. The job to look after your mind, and the job to look after, your livelihood or your overall life. But the first job is more important, your mind. Look after your mind, and the second job will be better automatically. But for most people in the world, we worry about the second job more than the first job. But now that we know about meditation, now that we know we're part of this community of meditation, you really need to make that first job first before you do anything. For those of us who meditate often, and it's also a tip that we can use as a beginner as well, is when we meditate, as we talk about being relaxation and comfort is the heart of meditation, right? A lot of times we feel that we aren't comfortable, or we don't feel relaxed mentally or physically. Usually physically we can adjust, but mentally sometimes we feel uncomfortable, or we feel not relaxed. And the only reason for that is because we're not content. The key thing is contentment. If you're content with however much relaxation you have or how little relaxation you have, if you can practice being content every session, it's never going to be an obstacle for you to get into the stream of relaxation. So that spark of contentment will ignite that miracle of happiness. And also, the moment you feel content is the moment that comfort, even though it's 1%, 2%, it's going to go to 100%. It's going to go to 200%. It's going to increase exponentially from 0 to 1,000,000 if you can stay content. This is something that I realized a lot in my practice, that as we practice often, sometimes we aren't content with our relaxation, even though we have some. We compare to the past and we expect something more. So that means we're not in the present. So we're not content. So when you say, how can you be content, is you have to be in the present in your meditation. And also this applies to life. A lot of times we're not content because we're focusing on something else. So like this, if you let go of the picture of expectation, you let in the present moment. Does that make sense? Like in this picture, if you're focusing on the background the whole time, right? You don't see the picture that's clear in front of you. Does that make sense? If you focus on the expectation, your mind is in the future and you're not allowing the relaxation that you have to come in now. Even though there is relaxation, even though there is comfort, but no, you don't accept it. You don't let it in. You have this wall up because you're looking in the future, expecting something else. And also the other way around is we have to focus on what we have, not what's missing. This is this thing that happens a lot why we aren't content in our meditation, because we focus on, or we compare it to the past. Last session, I felt more relaxed. Last time it was better. Why is this time not the same? Even though you're starting from some relaxation. So it's like instead of focusing right in front of you, you have some light. It's shining, it's bright, it's warm. No, I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on the darkness in the back. Why is it? Instead of focusing on what you have, you focus on what's missing. Where is the more? I want more light than this. I want more comfort than this. So when you realize that, we really need to bring your mind back to the present by either using the visualization, using the mantra to help your mind come back to the present. Or in the sense of, if that doesn't work, just open your eyes. Open your eyes, reset, restart, and then try to come back to the present again. Because the longer you focus on what's missing, the more dissatisfied you will feel, and that word contentment will never come. And if the contentment never comes, the relaxation will never come as well. So it's all connected. So remind yourself that the present situation is not your final destination. So if you start with relaxation, not as much as you would expect or that you compare to the past, that's okay. Just come back to the present. And if you stay in the present, you stay there contently and patiently. Just give it a little bit of time to grow. Give it a little bit of time to increase. And you're going to see that your relaxation is going to grow. The feeling within you that's positive is going to get more and more and more automatically. Just a reminder, because a lot of times this is a different obstacle that people get when you meditate frequently. Actually, sometimes in the beginning, we just have like those obvious obstacles like wandering mind, sleepiness, tension, physical discomfort. These are easy to kind of work around. But when you if you practice frequently, it's like you start to have expectation, you start to have that feeling of discontentment when you may meditate and you feel like bored, or you may feel that nothing's happening, or you feel like you're at the same point every time. It's because you're missing the contentment, and your mind is you're not meditating to relax anymore. You're not meditating to just rest. You're meditating to get something new. You're meditating with a different mindset. Like, I'm coming to work to get some development in my meditation. It's no longer the right mindset. So this is something you have to put your mindset in now, like just a moment. We're going to meditate together, not to improve, not to get something new, which you will if you put your mind in the right mindset. We're meditating to rest. We're meditating to relax. We're meditating as something that you love to do. If you do that, if you put your mindset that way, the improvement that you want, the something new that you want, the different experience that is more deep, more profound, it will happen automatically. But you have to put your mind in the right mindset in the beginning. If you put your mind on, I need to improve, I need to get something new, I need to get enlightenment this session, I would say your chance of meditating well is very low, because you're putting too much expectation, and you're starting your meditation with desire, starting your meditation with want, starting your meditation with trying, which are all words that we can't use in meditation. So remind yourself that. And let's take the time right now to meditate together by taking the time to adjust your body and put yourself in that right mindset. I'm going to meditate now to rest. I'm going to meditate now to just take it easy, without any expectations, without any desires. Rather, all you want from this meditation is to rest. All you want from this meditation is to relax. That's it. So like always, this is the time for us to reconnect with our inner world, reconnect with that true happiness that's waiting for you inside. Time for us to rest, to recharge, to rejuvenate our mind and our body. But first, we need to start correctly, to make sure that on this inner journey, we are walking in the right direction. There's no need to rush, no need to hurry. Because if we start our meditation in a rush, all we're doing is rushing into an obstacle, rushing into a wall. If we take the time to adjust correctly, we'll be able to see what we need to do correctly. We'll be able to navigate our meditation easier and smoother. So take the time to adjust our body first, making sure you're in a comfortable position. A position that feels relaxing, that you can maintain without any discomfort. It's not about having the perfect posture. That's something we can work towards. But for now, find the position that is relaxing, comforting. And we can close our eyes softly, gently, naturally. Closing them in a way that feels natural, feels relaxing to you. And then we can forget about them. Meditation is about using our feeling in order to see or experience our true happiness and all the profound inner experiences that we can have. It has nothing to do with our eyes. As we use our mental eye, by using our feeling, allowing the feeling of relaxation to be our guide, to be our eyes, that will help us to feel and experience the peace of mind. All we need to do is continue to let go. Letting go physically first. Relaxing and releasing all our muscles. Breathing in deeply. Exhaling slowly. Trying to put our attention softly and gently on our breath. Allowing, accepting the relaxation as it enters our body. As it passes through our nose, into our lungs. As we begin to absorb that relaxation. As we allow it to fill up our lungs and expand throughout our body. Soothing and relaxing. Almost like a shower. Allowing the relaxation to run down. Like water flowing from the top of our head. Relaxing and releasing our eyebrows, our eyes, flowing down to our shoulders. Releasing and relaxing down our arms and hands. Relaxing our back, legs, and feet. allowing the sensation of relaxation to cover us, to comfort us. As we can finally put a small smile on our face, a smile that is accepting, embracing, welcoming the feeling of relaxation. The more we relax physically, the quicker the process of letting go happens. The same thing is true with our mind. The sooner we let go by relaxing, the quicker our mind will become still and calm. We need to put aside anything that we're still holding on to mentally. It's just as if we're carrying something heavy, whether it's from the past or the future, whether it's our responsibilities. Right now, we just need to put it down. The moment you put it down, you will feel light, physically and mentally. Your mind will be free to accept something better. The only responsibility we have now is to look after our mind. Allow yourself to self-heal, to free your mind from any clutter, any negativity, making space, making room for happiness, for positivity, for clarity of mind. We can do that simply and gradually by using the mantra and the visualization, helping your mind to let go, to relax, to calm down. Whether it's saying the mantra in your mind, as if the source of the mantra is coming from a point of relaxation, whether that point is inside of you, in front of you, or coming from somewhere. Just repeat in your mind the mantra from Luang Pu. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Samma meaning purity, Arahang meaning freedom. It's a Bali language, but it's a powerful message to yourself. Every time you repeat it, it's helping your mind to be free and pure, helping you to let go of any burden, any distraction. Because every time you say it, your mind comes back to the present. back to where your mind can be free, can become still. Or for some of us, it's easy to visualize. But again, the key to visualization is using your feeling. We're not using our eyes. We're imagining the image softly and gently. It's normal for the image to not be clear in the beginning, whether it's clear 5% or 10%, that's okay. But try to feel the image. Whether it's the moon, the sun, an ice cube. For those of us who are familiar with Lung Pu, Lung Pa, or Kun Yai, you can imagine them trying to feel the presence of that object. Try to feel its warmth or its coolness, or feel its shape, however you like. You can imagine it anywhere, as long as it's relaxing. The key to whether you use the mantra or the visualization is to follow what's relaxing for you. Follow the comfort. That's all we need to do. Because if you know how you're feeling, that means you are conscious and comfortable together. Our meditation needs to have both. Like an airplane, it needs two wings to fly. Our mind is the same. We need to be conscious and comfortable together in order to fly, to soar inside. But the easy way to see that you're conscious correctly is just to look at your relaxation and comfort. As long as that comfort is increasing, changing, making us feel more happy, more relaxed, we can know for ourselves that we're doing the meditation correctly. It's a special kind of comfort where the more comfort we receive, the more refreshing, the more recharged, the more rejuvenated we feel. All we need to do is to maintain our contentment. The way to maintain your contentment is to stay in the present. Focusing on what we have and not what's missing. Because if we focus softly and gently on what we have, the happiness will come to us automatically, naturally. We don't need to run to it. We don't need to look for it. We don't need to try. We just create the foundation of relaxation of both body and mind. As we create that foundation, we'll be able to receive more and more happiness. The relaxation will be like a beacon, shining and calling the happiness to come to you. The true happiness that can only come from a still mind. That is why Luang Pu said stop is the key to success. What he means by that is when our mind stops thinking, becomes still, our meditation will change successfully in every way. When our mind stops thinking, it stops the negativity. It starts the positivity. It starts the happiness. So allow yourself to absorb the relaxation, allowing it to soothe you, to heal your mind. Every second, every moment, the longer we stay relaxed, the more we let go, the more free we are to receive something better. Allow yourself to let go. Allow yourself to let go of anything that is hurting you. We need to stop knocking on the door that has been closed and just simply move on to the next. Because the door of true happiness, it opens from within. And that door opened the moment we began to relax, the moment we began to relax our mind and our body. Before we know it, we will understand more deeply the words of wisdom from the Buddha, where he mentioned Nati, Santi, Parang Sukhang. There is no happiness that surpasses the stillness of the mind. So let's continue to still our mind together and allow ourselves to fill our mind with happiness, to clear our mind from any negativity, together in silence. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Now that we have taken the time to calm our mind, the more we relax, every moment where we feel still, where we continue to stay relaxed and calm, we create space for the happiness in your mind to grow, filling our mind with more positive feelings and freeing it from any clutter, freeing it from all negativity. Because when a mind is still, relaxed, it's a mind that is completely let go. As we let go of the things or the thoughts that may be hurting us, we're able to change and accept the positivity within you, allowing it to grow through our relaxation of both body and mind. The longer we stay with that feeling, the more our mind will heal itself, becoming stronger, becoming more positive. As we fill our mind up, you can feel it for yourself. Almost if that positivity is shining within you, glowing, radiating, soothing, comforting, as if we have our own inner sun. Shining within us or in front of us, that we can feel, that we can see, and allow that relaxation, allow that sphere of positivity that you have to expand from within you, expanding to cover you. And we can continue to expand out by just expanding our mind, expanding our feeling, by wishing well, spreading this positivity to your family, your loved ones, by thinking, by wishing in a positive way, wishing for everyone to be healthy, to be happy, to be free from any suffering, both of mental or physical. May they have the chance to experience the peace of mind as we're beginning to experience for ourselves. Continuing to wish and expand your mind Because as we think positive, our mind will become brighter, purer, allowing yourself to wish for everything, for everyone, no matter what religion, no matter the distance, no matter the differences. This positivity that we feel is universal. And this universal feeling can be spread to everyone, to everything. Just like the sun shines to every planet, shines out infinitely to the universe, continuously, endlessly. Allow the warmth, allow the brightness of your mind to shine out, shining into a smile on your face, shining into your thoughts, shining into your words, and shining out to your actions. We can do this now that our mind is positive. And once we have finished, we can come back to ourselves. Come back to where you feel relaxed and calm. Come back to the feeling of relaxation. And allow yourself to receive the positive energy within you, around you, from everyone. Sapphe Buddha Palapada Pace Kanang Jayang Palang Arahanta Nati Shirakang Vantami Sapaso Sapapuddha Nupavena Sapathamma Nupavena Sapasangha Nupavena Satha Soti Pawantu Te. By the positivity that we generated within ourselves by meditating, may that positivity bless us in every way. And when we are ready, we may slowly, gently open our eyes. Welcome back. Before we continue, like always, I'd like to pass the microphone back to our moderator today, Jessie.
Thank you very much, Mang Daniel, for guiding us today. And now is our photo sessions. So I would like to invite all of you to open your camera to join us for the photo sessions. And always remain smile. Give us your most beautiful smile. Okay, thank you very much. So I would like to pass back the sessions to Mang Daniel. So if you have any questions that you like to ask, you may send it to the chat box now.
Yes, like always. And if you could also share, how do you feel? How was your experience? How was your meditation? From 1 to 5, or if you broke the scale, that's okay as well. If you would like to have a number above 5. But anyway, every meditation, no matter where you are on the scale, is a step in the right direction. As I mentioned, as more you meditate, the more you learn about yourself, how your mind is, which a lot of people, we don't spend too much time looking at ourselves. We spend all our time looking at other people outside. So when we look inside, we learn more about ourselves. And as our master nun, she mentioned that the more you meditate, the more you learn about yourself. And the more you understand yourself, the more you know about yourself, the more you understand the people around you and the world. So keep practicing. So I see many people meditated very well. Everyone. Dali Brew, 4. Sam, 4. Lee Chu, 4. Jesse, 3. Yao, 3. Yo, 3. Lin, 3. Farbia, 4. Hazel, 4. Michelle, 5. Smiley face. Ariel, 3. Pam, 5. Wow, okay. Marky Mark, 3.5. Okay, so overall, everyone's very good. Very good. Thank you for sharing. And I know, actually, ideally, if you can have a meditation journal and kind of write down like this for yourself every time you meditate, give yourself your own rating, and you can kind of look back on it. It's hard to see if you only do it once, but if you do it consistently and keep that record, you can look back and kind of see the pattern. Hey, this week I had a lot of 5s. It's not just about looking at the number, but trying to see the reason why was there a lot of 5s that week, that session, or why was today a 3.5, why was today a 4, why is today a 5, and try to see the reasoning. As we talk about adjusting the body, adjusting the mind to be comfortable, there is some small adjustments, some factors that you did that made that day a 5, or why was today lower than that? Why was today better than that? These are where you're going to develop that skill of observation, that skill of being able to understand yourself, like Kunyai said, the master nun. You understand your problems, you understand your obstacles more clearly. So ideally, you really need to have a meditation journal. It will help a lot. Or this day and age, maybe your iPad or something like that, you can record it, or in technology on your computer. Maybe it's easier on your phone, your notes, right? Maybe it can be a lot easier to keep track. It's always so fun, right? If you keep track of the hours you meditate, the minutes you meditate, you can look back on it. Oh, I meditated over 10,000 hours this year. I was trying to look around it for myself. Like, I did in the past. If I meditate an average of 5 hours a day, if you times that by the year, right, it's almost 800 over hours, right? 800 hours a year. Times that by how many years I've been a monk, 11 or 10, that's almost 20,000, 18,000 hours. So when you look back at it, you'll be happy of your progress. From Elsa, thank you very much for this relaxation. Thank you. It is a great happiness. Thank you. A lot of thank you. You thank yourself for coming to meditate as well, because you're giving yourself the opportunity to create that happiness within you. And a lot of times we don't give ourselves that opportunity. So thank yourself for making time for meditation, make time for yourself. A lot of times people say, I don't have time to meditate, but you don't have to find time. You just have to make time. We're born, every day we have 24 hours. Some days no one has a special extra hour. We just have to decide for yourself, what am I going to do with my time? From Yo, I could meditate better at home than other places. How can we meditate better in other places from home? I could not really meditate when I'm on holiday too. You have to examine yourself of why is it better at home? Do you feel more comfortable? Do you feel more at peace? Or do you take the time to adjust yourself differently at home and try to copy what you can home and apply that to where you go in a different place? And of course, it's not going to be as easy in different places because we're not as comfortable as we would like, or we're not familiar with that place. So what I would recommend is when you go to a different place, try to look for that spot that can be comfortable for you, right? If you go on holiday, it's probably not the best idea to meditate in like the lobby of the hotel, right? You have to go find a nice quiet place on the beach, or maybe, in the spa room or somewhere. Try to find that spot first. And in the beginning, we have to try to accommodate ourselves the best we can if we're still practicing. But as we practice more often, the place won't be an obstacle. It's more of a mental thing as well. Like if you sit on the subway and you're surrounded by people, but you can still keep your mind calm if you shut it out, right? You can put your headphones on, put on the guided meditation and close your eyes, and you can go into a different world rather than be surrounded by the noise. But if we know that we meditate good at home, meditate a lot. Meditate as much as you can at home, and that will make your mind stronger, that'll make your mind more positive. So when you go on holiday, it won't feel difficult. Does that make sense? So if you know this place or that place I'm going to, I meditate really well. Get the most of it, and then it will help you to carry on to somewhere else where it's difficult. You have the immune system, you have the full battery to deal with it. From Li Shu, no expectation during the meditation is a very good pointer. I followed that and I meditated well. Thank you, Monk Daniel. Yes, it not only does it work well in meditation, but it works well in life. If you focus, it's good to have a goal, but for most people, we feel anxiety and we feel stressed when we put that goal and we focus on the goal only. We think about it all the time. For kids for students going into college, we put the goal, I'm going to get to the best school. And then we expect, I need to get into it, And when we focus on the goal that I want to get into that place, or I want to achieve that benchmark, it's good to have the goal. But when you focus on it, you get stressed. You feel anxious. You feel overwhelmed. So instead of focusing and expecting, we go on the present. How am I going to get to that goal? What can I do today? Baby steps. What can I do today to improve and walk towards that goal. Rather than focusing on the goal, focus on the method to get there. It's the same in meditation. If you expect that I want to get enlightenment from this session, I want to get some profound experience so deep, you're focusing on the expectation rather than how are you going to get there. What method I'm going to use today? Oh, last time when I meditated well, I used the mantra. Okay, use the mantra and you'll get to that goal automatically. It's very important. If you put the expectation high, you put the pressure on yourself high. It's good to have high goal, but baby steps to get there, and it's about your focus. So don't set it and then, okay, what am I going to do now? So hopefully that helps. Keep doing it. Keep reminding yourself. That's why in the beginning, when you adjust your body, you can also adjust your mindset by thinking to yourself that, okay, I'm here to just relax. Nothing else. Don't expect anything else. You're just talking to yourself can go a long way sometimes, because unfortunately, we forget. We forget. We know the right method, but we forget. So you have to remind yourself. And I find for myself in the beginning when I was practicing that as well with that meditation journal is I took notes of all the sessions I tutored, all the tips from Luang Por, from the teaching monks. I took notes. What is the right method? Take notes. And I would have a page of that note. Before I meditate, I'll read it. All you need to do is adjust your body and mind to be comfortable. That's all you need to do. So for example, as I read it, it mentally kind of absorbs into yourself. And then when you start to meditate, it's easier to kind of go in that path rather than just starting and going with it. A lot of people in meditation, we kind of rush it in the beginning and we like to dive in right away. And if you aren't careful when you dive in, maybe the water is shallow or maybe there's something in the water and it could be dangerous. So that's why we always say adjust the body, be comfortable, adjust the mind, be comfortable in the beginning, because it's taking the time to see what you need to do going forward in your meditation. Okay, from Dan. I fixed Lappy? I'm not sure what you mean by I fixed Lappy to almost I couldn't attend meditation, but I did. So I adjusted the mind for a long time. So I needed meditation for 55 minutes. When I guess I didn't know how to reset the mind, yet I felt that Luang Pu guided mine. Then I felt blissful and confident to meditate. I recollected the merits, still feeling blissful, and smiled. I further meditated more longer. I stayed with the presence all through the session. Very good. If you can think of Luang Pu and try to feel his presence or feel like he's there with you, that can help a lot. Or you can think of the sun, think of the moon. These are just visualization to help you. So if you think of the sun, try to feel its warmth. You try to feel that the sun is within you or covering you. And these are the ways to help the visualization to be stronger and more beneficial as well. Especially for Luang Pu, if you're familiar with him, it's good to think of him because he's very powerful. And if you connect to a positive source, that you can get positive energy from it. And also when you think of the positive merits that you've done, that's also very good. All of us can also do that sometimes when you meditate. If you feel like a little bit stagnant or you feel like nothing's changing, maybe you can think of the positive deeds you did in the past that you're proud of. Whether it's like giving something to someone, helping someone, giving blood, whatever you can think of that makes your mind feel positive, makes your mind feel bright. And it's kind of going to help to charge your mind for a moment. And once you feel that positive energy rushing in, you can also let go of the thought. If you think the whole session, it's good, but you won't go that deep. Like you're thinking of good things and you feel good, but you'll just be kind of, thinking the whole session. But if you think for a brief time to feel good and it feels good, you can also let go of the thought eventually. Okay, from Marky Mark. Thank you, Monk Daniel, for the guided meditation today. I really needed to be able to reconnect with my inner light today. I did, which is great. Oh, very good. My mom is not very well. She has advanced Alzheimer's and is now beginning to forget everything, which can be difficult to accept. Remaining in this state of positivity is therefore super important right now. Thank you. Thank you. Sadhu, sadhu. Yes. And right now, the best thing we can do for her and for your family is exactly what you're doing now, is finding your own inner light, because you will have the motivation, you will have the positivity to help her, and help yourself, and also help the people who are suffering around that. Is, can be very hard for not only just yourself, but everyone that in your family. But if you're that like beacon of light, that positive energy, you can help spread it to everyone around you, and not only keep yourself lit, but help to light everyone out around you as well. So very good. Keep meditating. And if you can, when you end your meditation or towards the end of the meditation, when you feel more lit, more positive, try to think of your mother, think of her. If you can visualize her, you can just use her name and try to dedicate the positive energy you feel to her and transfer it. As a son, our connection to our parents is very deep, and the positive energy from your meditation, a lot of people overlook it and think it's not that powerful. We think that, only actions are the most powerful thing. But the mind that is clear from meditation is actually very powerful, and the positive energy you generate is very powerful. Because if you think of it this way, the greed, anger, and delusion in our mind, the only way to get it out is by meditating. You can't buy it. You can't buy it out. You can't sell it. You can't remove it any other way. So when you meditate, it's actually very powerful, the energy you create by removing that negativity in your mind. So that energy, you can share it too. From Pam, thank you very much for a beautiful guided meditation. Great session. At the beginning, I adjusted body and mind for a few times till I reached silent part, able to still the mind, feeling the brightness, and then the mind traveling deeper. This morning session also got brightness for quite long, with the mind traveling deeper and further. While shared love and kindness, I felt the special energy at the same time with the brightness still on. Really amazing feeling. Thank you so much for the advice, Ka, and sharing it with everyone. Sharing my merits with everyone. Sadhu. Yes, the more you calm your mind, the more you still your mind, the more bright your mind will become. And it's not just for anyone new, it's not just like a pretty phrase. You understand it more as you meditate, that it's a brightness that you can feel, that you can experience. And that's all I can really tell you without putting your expectation too high. Practice for yourself and see what, as the Buddha said, ehi pasiko, come and see for yourself. Come experience it for yourself. It's the great thing about meditation is the more you calm yourself, the more you relax yourself, the more you can experience for yourself. And there is really no end. You can keep getting better and better, more brighter and brighter. I always compare it to the sun often, because the sun's very bright and it creates its own brightness. But unfortunately, the sun will also run out one day, right? According to science, also in Buddhism, the moon or the sun will burn out one day, right? But your mind won't burn out. As you keep practicing meditation, it will only get brighter. It will only burn out the moment you stop practicing meditation. So if you keep going, it'll keep getting bright. And also when you said you felt the special energy when you spread love and kindness, that's why we always try to end the meditation with some love and kindness, even though it's just by thinking and, maybe we're not, sometimes, I got the question, like, how do you love people you don't know? How do you forgive people? How do you so-and-so? We just make the feeling first. Make the feeling. make the feeling about think it first. The more often you think it, the more it will become true. It's a baby step. We think, I want everyone in the world to be happy, even though we can't make it happen right away, but we just think it first. And as you think your mind in a positive way, it's better than thinking like, oh, I hate everyone. I don't want to help anyone. If you think that way, your mind is also going to feel negative. But when you think and wish in a positive way, as Pam mentioned, it makes her feel more happy. So it's more about benefiting you in the beginning, and then indirectly, you're going to start to benefit other people too. Because when you think positive like that to others from inside first, it's putting the first steps into the right direction to change the way you speak, the ways you think, the ways you act towards people in the future. So you may notice that if you meditate and try to forgive someone in your meditation in the beginning, as you do it more and more, next time you encounter them or see them, you're not going to feel the same way anymore. But if you never took the effort to think it, next time you see them, it's the same. Oh, you just see them and you already feel bad, right? So you have to change it from inside first. From Dali Brew, I must say meditation not only helped to progress mentally, but also physically. Now I don't have back pain anymore. It happens after joining a session. Thank you very much. Yes, exactly. The meditation not only heals yourself, but also your body can feel better from meditation, because a lot of times we're tense physically. You may not notice it. Sometimes you may have tension in your shoulders and your arms and anywhere throughout your body because we use it all day. And when you meditate and you kind of relax, that process of relaxing is releasing you from your physical self. And as you truly relax, your body begins to relax. Like your muscles naturally will start to loosen. Your blood pressure slows down, your heart rate slows down, your breathing slows down, right? This is all naturally happening. It's not something you have to rush or force. It'll happen automatically. So as you relax more and more deeply, it's like a deep relaxation, like a massage. It's a massage for your body as well, because you're mentally shutting down the physical parts as well, which sometimes when we don't let go, it's like we're still, your body is still sending the message to stay tight. So exactly, keep meditating, and it will help you physically too, right? It helps your hormones to get in balance, everything, your serotonin, your dopamine, everything. So keep meditating. Sorry, I just woke up from the nap during meditation. Thank you. Maybe too tired. It's okay. Lum Paul said if you're really tired, just fall asleep. It's fine. Don't have to fight it. At least you had a good sleep, right? A deep sleep where you are free from any negative thoughts, and welcome back. And Pam, normally I don't share love and kindness while the brightness occurred. This is the first time I do it. With the brightness radiated out, I can feel that energy reach them. Yes. If you're ideally, if your mind is in a higher state, a more positive state, the more powerful your sharing of love and kindness will be. That's all I can really say for now. If you meditate, yeah, you will be able to see and feel it in a different way, as you mentioned. From Tan, when I trial and error to crystallize my husband who had COVID and others, they really get better. My husband didn't get even COVID by following the rechecking. It's gone. Why does that happen? Yeah, you can mentally visualize crystallizing the world if that's easy for you. Or if you think of your parents or think of someone, if you can imagine them clear and bright like crystal, you can do that. It's just a way to calm your mind. It's another way of visualization. And if it does it and it helps you to feel more calm, more relaxed, your mind becomes more positive, more strong, and that positive energy that you think to transfer to them, it can help them to receive and to kind of be protected from that energy. So same for you. It's why it's important to meditate. It keeps your mind positive, and when you have that positive frequency within you, it's like the radio station, or like if you put this frequency, you're going to hear this music, right? If you put a different frequency, you're going to hear different music. Your mind's the same. If you keep your mind in a peaceful frequency and positive frequency, it's going to call and play frequent things to you, or positive things to you. And the stronger your frequency, the stronger your mind, the stronger the things you will receive. Like I like when Jesse mentioned in the beginning, we have something that Paul mentions often, is that your destiny is really in your hands. You have the chance to improve your life and make things better. But the first job we have to do is look after our mind. From Tan, when sharing love and kindness more and more, I do all things and people, it brightened the mind and felt positive too. Exactly, because when we think positive, we focus on positive, it gets better. But if you think negative, it's going to get worse. So don't overlook sharing love and kindness, even though we just think it. Okay. From Tan, I started to share love and kindness, started sharing self-love and kindness. My brain atrophy is gone now. I had it 2 years ago. Yeah, it can really help. It can really help. It depends on how, if we talk karmatically, in Buddhist philosophy, it also depends on how strong the karmatic energy is from the past, like how strong it is. It depends. It really depends. But as you meditate more, you can also reverse that karmatic negativity. It doesn't completely go away, but it gets dampened. Okay, so I think that's about it for today. So thank you everyone for joining this Monday. Hopefully you now look forward to Monday rather than maybe in the past. Monday is not always the most favorite day of the week. And continue to meditate, continue to keep your mind bright the whole week, every single day, and see each other on Thursday and also next Monday. But the most important thing is maintain your mind every day, and don't wait until Monday, don't wait until Thursday to come and meditate for yourself. You need to eat every day, you need to sleep every day, you need to meditate every day. And you will see the benefit. And as you do it frequently, it's only going to get smoother. But the moment we stop, it's going to really kind of go back quickly, because especially in this day and age, there's a lot of negativity around us. And your mind, if you don't meditate, will be very weak. And as a weak mind, it will absorb all the negativity very quickly. Your mind is like a sponge. Wherever you put it, the more you're going to absorb that. So remind yourself that, to come and put your mind sponge inside of you and absorb the happiness rather than everything around you that can be suffering or cause you suffering. So thank you everyone, and hope to see you next Monday. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Monk Daniel, for guiding us today, and a very wonderful sharing. So before we end our sessions today, let us pay respect to Monk Daniel by bow 3 times. Let's bow. Second bow. And third bow.
By the positivity that you generated within you by meditating, and by all the positive things that you have done in your life, may that positive energy help guide you, protect you, heal you, making you healthy of both body and mind, happy of both body and mind, being able to conquer any obstacle, be able to be surrounded by positive situations, people, and opportunities, and most importantly, be able to still your mind and connect to that positivity easily and quickly and more deeply very soon.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you very much, Mang Daniel, for blessing. And I'd like to see every one of you again on coming Thursday. So please bring more friends to join us together. And always remind, we need to meditate. Consistency is the key to success in our life as well. So see you guys. Bye-bye. Have a good day.